How do we move past capitalist ideology for post-capitalism? Imagine a world where wealth isn't concentrated in the hands of a few, and everyone has a say in how resources are used. That's what moving beyond capitalist ideas aims for. Capitalism relies on private ownership and competition to generate profits. But this often leads to inequality and environmental harm. To create a society based on fairness and sustainability, we need to change how we think about ownership and decision-making. The first step is shifting ownership of major industries and resources from private hands to collective or public control. This means that essential services like healthcare, transportation, and energy are managed by communities or the government, not just private companies chasing profits. When resources are owned collectively, the focus shifts from making money to serving social needs. Next, we need to democratize the economy. This involves giving workers and communities a real voice in decisions about what to produce and how to distribute goods. Think of worker cooperatives where employees share ownership and control. Participatory budgeting allows local residents to decide how public funds are spent. These steps help break the cycle of market-driven competition and put social well-being at the center. Expanding social services is also key. Providing universal health care, free education, affordable housing, and accessible transportation reduces dependence on private wealth. When basic needs are met through public programs, the focus moves from profit to shared prosperity. This approach aligns with socialist ideas of fairness and social justice. Changing cultural values is equally important. Promoting ideas of solidarity, cooperation, and environmental care can challenge the individualism often promoted by capitalism. Education and media can play roles in emphasizing collective well-being over personal gain. When society values cooperation, it becomes easier to support policies that serve everyone. Economic planning is another tool. Instead of relying solely on market forces, governments and communities can plan resource use to meet social and ecological goals. This helps prevent overproduction, waste, and environmental damage. It also ensures that resources are allocated where they are needed most. Building strong alliances is vital. Grassroots movements, labor unions, and political groups can push for policies that support public ownership and democratic control. These groups can advocate for reforms like nationalizing key industries or expanding worker rights. Broad support makes systemic change more achievable. Finally, transitioning gradually is often the most practical approach. Many economies already mix private markets with public programs. Expanding public ownership step by step, while regulating exploitative practices, can lead to a post-capitalist society over time. In practical terms, this means supporting policies like nationalizing industries such as energy and transportation, promoting worker cooperatives, strengthening labor rights, and expanding universal public services. It also involves creating spaces for participatory decision-making in local and national governments. The goal is a society where wealth and power are shared, social needs are prioritized, and economic activity benefits everyone, not just a few. This vision aligns with future ideas of socialism and post-capitalist societies. It aims to build a system that reduces inequality, protects the environment, and ensures social justice. Moving past capitalist ideas isn't about rejecting progress but reshaping how we organize our economy for a fairer, more sustainable future.